Hey, Soul Fam. Home from Pilates. My friend Danielle, who's my teacher, Danielle McNeil Strabala, and her husband Brandon Strabala, we were talking, and she says Brandon feels that he should give 3 hours a week in service for free to others. He just feels good about that. And I said, I feel good about that too. I do my weekly reading, but we weren't able to do our weekly reading last week. And I'm feeling like the loss of you guys, my soul fam. So, I just keep hearing hidden in plain sight. It happened in the last twice I've tried to do this reading, and something was right in front of me and I couldn't see it. And what's funny is, so I looked here and I even turned my head and I saw nothing, but it was there. It was just camouflaged. Something hidden in sight. Sight is an issue right now because I feel like my contacts are smeared on the inside, which means, because I put oil on my face in the morning, I think that's what I've done. So in any case, that's a message. Something hidden in plain sight. Something you would normally be able to see that you're not able to see. And so I can't even remember what I said right now. I'm so tired. We've been doing this create-a-thon, we've been up to like 1:30 every night doing it, and we're exhausted. I feel like that's a theme. I feel like that's something you hear me say a lot. So anyway, I don't know if I told you what Danielle said or Brandon said. I can't even remember if I said that far. I feel like I'm channeling right now. How interesting. Okay, items to choose from. The heavyweight. So this is a paperweight, and it's an obstacle remover. You may look at that. An elephant is able to remove obstacles. They're used for moving big objects. It's also Ganesh, the Hindu god, obstacle remover, right? I believe in the symbology of that. I don't believe in a god other than the goddess, my mother, father, god, goddess. Maybe you like elephants. Maybe this is about maternal instincts, maternal energy, maternal situations, because the elephant is very maternal. And they will even nurture and baby and care for other species. So there's that. Then there's this other paperweight. And it's kind of confusing because it's got this side and it's got this side that you can sit it on. So if I sit it on the big side, it doesn't make sense. Interesting if I sit on the big side. So it looks like that. If I sit it on the little side, it opens up and it's a perfect star. It's like a throwing star. So maybe it's time to wish upon a star. What would you wish for if you had 2 wishes? One on the back, one on the front. One big one a little smaller. Interesting. All right. But the thing is, I already started this reading and a card flipped out and the message was to pay attention to the synchronicities. So I'm going to just take it. So for the first one, the obstacle remover, which is where it was in the original 2 messages I tried, what came out is magic is in the air. Magic is in the air. So there are 3 hummingbirds. Hummingbird says, you will accomplish what may seem impossible to yourself as well as others. Lighten up. There's 3 of them, which means an ascended master is working with you, probably one you're most familiar with. To me, it's Michael right now. I'm also looking at the coloring of the hummingbirds. One is hot pinks, one is in sacral oranges, and the other one is red and gold. So because I'm paying attention to the details, the message is stay alert for the signs, synchronicities, and messages guiding your flight path. Someone flying somewhere, someone taking flight in regards to a situation. So the hummingbird, I'm looking at the sharp little beaks. So they're like pointing sticks, right? So the hummingbird is pointing you. He's guiding you. He wants you to sharpen your senses. Pay attention to these little synchronistic signs that come along in your life. They're not there for decoration. They're talking about also, and my client that I just finished working with, Spirit says, pay attention. Spirit is about to open alternative possibilities, doors of alternative possibility. And so that's what they're saying right now, that there are doors opening. And maybe they weren't open before. See the doors opening there? It may not be the door that you're expecting to open. Ooh, interesting. May not be the door you're expecting to open. So this could be a chance meeting. This could be a new opportunity. surprises. There's a little sign on that one. What does it say? There's a star on the sign. Interesting. Obstacle remover. Removing obstacles. Someone that's a nurturing energy. Has to do with the star. Interesting. So the thing is, we're being asked to pay attention to our intuition as well, right? So people are like, well, what if I misunderstand it? I mean, you're not going to misunderstand it because it's about your intuition. So don't worry about it. And don't worry if you take a wrong turn, because every turn, like spirit can always put you on a spiritual roundabout and get you right back to where you began, right? Or at the same place, but at the right time, right? There are so many roads and twists and turns. And, you know, I went up on a quest to Northern California, and my soul family said to me, how do you know, like, where to go? How do your guides talk to you? And I said, I don't know. At that time, I didn't even pay attention to that. Isn't that weird? And I said, well, let's find out. I'm going to go to sleep, and tomorrow morning I'm going to get up and I'm going to listen. I'm going to pay attention to the signs. And depending on what I get, I'm either going to Wisconsin from California, up the northern coast of California, or down San Diego area. So it ended up leading me up the northern coast. And in my dreams, I saw a winding road. So I thought, Big Sur, that winding road that goes up. And I saw a carved wooden door. And so I thought, all right, I'm going to be looking for these things, right? So pay attention to your dreams right now, because your dreams are giving you clues as to put some weight behind these synchronicities, right? You're getting these clues. I already was thinking that. I already saw that. I was already shown that. And now I see it again. Okay. And especially 3 times. There are 3 hummingbirds. If you see something 3 times, hear something 3 times, pay attention. And the more you tune in, I was telling you, because of my quest up to Northern California, I had so many surprises, and I didn't give myself a specific detailed map on how to get to Big Sur. I said, I'm just going to follow the clues and go along with whatever I'm guided to. And so I saw a weird little road, went down that road. Wow, it opened up to this Oval Estate Beach, which was crazy gorgeous. Big pier. I turned around and my car was parked under a sign that said Babe Lane. Someone in my life has never called me by my name. They've only ever called me Babe. I also witnessed a wedding in Pismo Beach. I just walked up over the sand dune and there was a wedding taking place. And it was, I talked to the people. They were dark skinned, but they were playing Celtic music. And I thought, interesting, one and the other, right? I met one of the bridegrooms and afterwards, and I said, where are you guys all from? And they said, the Navajo Reservation in Page, Arizona. Love of my life, spent many years there. So I've got all these signs, and so it didn't matter. I wasn't told which road to go down. I got the signs I needed to get. Do you think that that was an accident? That I parked my convertible under Babe Lane and there was a Navajo, Page, Arizona wedding taking place, all connected to the love of my life? That was not a coincidence. I got up to the top of my quest, pulled off into this little town called Harmony, because there's only 17 people that live there. And I thought, I got to see a town with 17 people. I went in there and there was like a couple of ironwork and welding shops. Beautiful, beautiful work. And then I went around back and boom, there was the carved wooden door. It's the Harmony Wedding Chapel. I'm just like, okay, right? So you think that you have to know specifically, but your soul also is leading you. Your soul also knows, right? So the more we are aware and pay attention to and trust in the synchronicities that come along, the more we're going to get them. The more we're going to notice them, the more spirits get. It's a snowball effect. So don't worry about misunderstanding, misreading them. Look at me. I got what I needed. And because spirit can, okay, they didn't go down that road, we'll do this one. Or maybe we'll give them this lesson. Or maybe we'll give them this present or surprise. I just got lots and lots of surprises. So right now, basically, it's beautiful weather for flying. And it is right now. It's beautiful weather. There are so many different roads and paths that you can take. There's going to be nothing but positivity if you are positive, if you keep it positive. Remember, magic is in the air. Magic is in the air. That's magic led me to all these places without me saying where I was going, without my thought, right? But my soul's connected to the highest realms and I'm being guided. So the skies ahead are clear, Spirit says. The hummingbird is at your side, reminding you you will accomplish what might seem impossible to yourself. Also to point out the signs with their little beak. Hey, don't forget that sign over there, right? We're leading you to not only fulfillment of your wishes, but play, excitement, and adventure. Gosh, I love that one. I love that message. So let's get a message from the Tony Carmine Salerno healing cards. First message I saw was positive outcome. So let's see. For those who chose the obstacle removers, the maternal elephants, the helpers, if I can help you with a private reading, my website is www.theangelswhisper.com. My email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com. And I would be honored to work with you on behalf of Spirit, or work with Spirit on behalf of you. I don't know how that goes. Why am I having such a hard time saying that? I got to listen to how I recorded it originally. Well, you got 3, so you're going to get 3. Heart song. What is your heart saying? Stop. Listen. Your truth lies within the empty spaces between your thoughts. Your truth shines through from within your soul. Your truth is that which is eternal and unchanging. Your truth is love. And then surrender. There's no point in pushing the barrel up such a steep hill. Go back to the start. Surrender your expectations. There's an easier way. When the time is right, a new path will appear. These can be 3 different things or all the same thing, right? Could apply to you or someone close to you. Sacred space. We, your guardian angels, surround you with emerald gold and rose pink light. Surrender your concerns and worries and enter the sacred space of love and healing. Love that. Okay, so now we're going to go on to the star. Are you wishing upon a star? Do you want to make a big wish and a little bit smaller of a wish? Do you want your wishes to be all held up by something fabulous and beautiful? Yes! Yes. That's the one I chose, is the star. I mean, I take messages from all of these, but when I'm in my channel zone, I'm literally on that channel. So if I need to go back to a different channel, I got to switch back. And did I say my email address is sherrycolumbus@yahoo.com? Because I don't remember even saying it. I'm on a different channel. God, that's so interesting. So what pops out next is natural instincts. Well, that makes sense. We were talking about paying attention to your instincts, right? Trust your intuition. Oh, I can't believe my contacts are so smeary. So in this situation, I see a mirror. The hummingbird's looking into a mirror that's got like a star. So he's looking at themselves. They're looking at themselves. You are the star. I am the star, right? There's a little seer down in the corner, a little owl right down here. And Spirit says, you know which way to fly. So why is it that you're getting this message then? If you know which way to fly, why are you getting this message? Because you're not paying attention to your own self. You're allowing family, mother, father, brother, sister, cousin, uncle, friend to change the direction by dampening your thoughts in regards to it. You're not qualified for that. That's interesting. I heard that because I'm looking at this one that's actually a star and you know the direction to go and yet you're not. And so the seer is down at the bottom and the seer sees through the lies, past the deception to the truth of the matter. You know which way to fly. I mean, the hummingbird is a master of flight. It goes up, down, sideways, backwards. I mean, the hummingbird, there's nothing. There's no other bird that can fly upside down. There's no other bird that can fly backwards. I mean, this is incredible. So someone may look at you and think you're small, that you're, they downplay your importance. You're insignificant. That nobody can do what you can do. And get this, that is a fact in this world. You came into this world with your purpose and your path, and no one can do what you can do. Nobody. Because we all are different. We all do things just a little bit differently. Even if you have a best friend, you guys do things differently. So you're being guided right now to move in a certain direction. And you're being told to trust your gut. Suspend the distant chatter or the in your ear chatter of people or even your own negative thoughts or old belief systems that are pulling you in a bunch of different directions, which is causing you to be confused. You're all over the place. Stay consistent with what you're asking for. Stay consistent with what you're looking at. Check in with my feelings, with my emotions. But how do I feel? How does this make me feel? Am I feeling happy? Am I feeling positive? Am I nervous? Am I upset? Am I worried? Am I sad? How do I feel? Is my stomach tightening up? Do I feel like I'm going to get sick? Do I have a headache? Do I have a nervous stomach? Do I have goosebumps? Goosebumps to me are yes, positive, absolute. This is a fact. And I love that, because when I read for other people, I've had, like this morning, when my client said something and instantly it started in my legs, goosebumps. They started climbing up and I said, oh my God. I said, that's a fact. That's a fact. And then it came all the way down my arms and up my neck. And I was just like, okay, that is so dead on. Do not look at anything else. Do not veer off of this path. That is a fact. That's happening if you continue this way, right? So pay attention to whatever these feelings are. Just some people get a feeling of euphoria, a feeling of peace, a feeling of doom, a feeling of dread, right? Ooh, I don't know why that makes me feel bad, but it does. So pay attention. Listen to what your body's telling you. Maybe write down what comes to mind. Remind yourself. I send myself text messages. If I'm out somewhere, I'll just say, I'll send a voice message and send it to myself so I don't forget. People laugh at me because I'm a seer. So I will see animal shapes. Like this morning outside Pilates, I forgot to do it. Outside the Pilates window, there was a shadow on Jesslyn's door. Our friend Jesslyn Desmond has this creative studio on the other side. And the light was, I don't know what it was shining on, some kind of plants. It was coming from behind. And it literally put the shape of a, what are they called? Wow, now that I think about it. I was thinking of a griffin. It had, but it was like a dragon because it had dragon scales. And then this long beak, the sharp beak. Is it a dragon hummingbird? I'm a dragon and I'm a hummingbird. So is it me? I saw a shadow of myself. Message. I saw a shadow of myself. So that's how we get messages, right? I saw a shadow of myself. I saw something that confirmed, yes, that's a shadow of me. So that's going to resonate to me, right? So if I call someone in, if I want a partner, I want a shadow. I don't want an exact copy of me. I want a mirrored reflection, but not identical. I want a shadow of me. Could be that I'm looking at my shadow self that I need to look at. So I was looking at that and I saw, look at that dragon, look at that griffin. But it was me. Look at that dragon, look at that griffin. And they were pointing in a certain direction. They were pointing north from where I am. So Flagstaff, interesting. I need to go to Flagstaff and I didn't want to go by myself. So I'm paying attention because I'm reading this. This was my message, right? So it's confirming your intuition. It's confirming what you're picking up. So I'm seeing Flagstaff. There's something about Flagstaff. And what you're getting is it's trustworthy. So maybe you're being guided to tap in more to figuring out how can I learn to understand and pay attention to and decipher what my intuitive feelings are telling me, what does that mean when that happens to me? So I've noticed that whenever I get this chills all over my body, that's a confirmation that something's is about to happen, right? Or that's correct. Yes, I will tell you, if I get a warm flush, that's a negative for me. I don't like being hot. I'm an Aries. I'm fire. I sleep with no blankets on, with the windows open. Now in November, I'm hot. I burn hot all the time. So I'm like, if I get a heat flush, it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like saunas. I don't like excessive heat. So there's a message in that. I'm a fire sign. I would do better with someone with a cooler temperature. I'm very hot, right? I don't need a perfect mirror of me. The shadow would be cooler, wouldn't it? It would be cooler. Song in the background, put your loving hands out, baby, I'm begging you. Put your hands out, I'm begging you. It was just getting really loud. I had to pay attention to that because I wasn't paying attention on purpose, but they said stay attuned to what's going on. So it might be that you're being told, you pay attention so you can do a little homework on what it means to you and your body. What does it mean? Or things after I look back and I realize this is what I felt like, or this is what I thought of before that happened, right? Then, so trust your intuitive abilities. Practice, maybe in meditation, any energy practice. I'm a Reiki master. I'm an angelic Reiki master, and I just did a full-on Reiki session on all of my animals, on 4 of my friends and myself, 5 of my friends and myself. So working with energy, they're saying maybe you have a penchant for that if you're being guided in that direction. But above all, Spirit says trust your feelings, trust your gut, right? What is it? What direction do I need to go in next? I'm supposed to go up to Flagstaff, apparently. So listen to that. Your intuition is such a gift, especially, and the more we tune it in, the more fine of a gift this is. It becomes like a diamond. So also Spirit says, if we go back to the original message, you know which way to fly. You know. So if you're confused, I know which way I'm supposed to go. Show me which way I'm supposed to go. Confirm it. But I know it. I believe it. So how do I feel when I know it? I'm just calm. I'm not hot. I'm not cold. I'm not nervous. I'm not excited. I just know it. It is what it is. Hope you found this helpful. I'm going to listen back to this because I think there's going to be a lot more hidden messages than I realized. Love you.